Dale is phenomenal. Dale has this incredible intelligence, intuition, huge knowledge, expansive, deep knowledge of this subject. He's a spiritual director, so he has a very humane, compassionate approach to the material and how it's presented, how we interact with it. His sense of humor is exhilarating. He has this amazing balance of the kindness and the thoughtfulness, the seriousness, with a playfulness and an energy that makes it all so fun to do. I think it had a lot to do with why I felt so inspired every time. I was always looking forward to it, I couldn't wait to go. But Dale is very special, and the opportunity to have been his student has been wonderful.
Dale is deeply acquainted with the Enneagram and is very, very good at communicating what he knows and helping people discover the nuances of the Enneagram, and he's also a wonderful model as a teacher. I think one of the most extraordinary things about Dale as a teacher is his depth of knowledge about the Enneagram. And another part of what I really enjoy in working with him is his amazing sense of humor.
The qualities of Dale as a teacher that really stand out for me are, one, his sense of humor, which I think is actually pretty important when people are professionals and they're coming together to learn. Sometimes a little humor helps your humility as you're stumbling through the process, to be graciously accepted and to have a little bit of humor is pretty nice. And Dale's really masterful with listening and hearing and feeding back in the moment what we're hearing from each other. So it's like having your travel guide with you in the process, so that maybe you can't read the signposts, but as they're getting fed back, you're like, oh yes. And I think that that's a pretty profound way to learn, as a way to learn that embodies kind of practice in the moment through experiential opportunities. Dale's pretty masterful of having that set up really effectively and efficiently, that there's really great use of your time together.
I think what's been useful is the depth to which the training has allowed us to go in the community that he formed. There's 9 or 10 people working together and exploring all the different types with his facilitation and with each other.
I think StudioE and working with Dale has been really helpful because I had read Enneagram materials on my own, but in the StudioE you're with a cohort of folks who are all different types, and Dale's really masterful at introducing questions, providing additional information. For me, it brought an understanding that even the materials that are available online or in the books is still just a collective knowledge about a concept. With StudioE, there's a natural community that begins to form because the conversations are instantly deeper than we get to experience usually in most of our lives, particularly in the work setting. When you're in that setting, it's like you're in this little incubator together and people kind of get down to it really quickly.
So the work with the group, to me, that was the number one benefit, was bonding with this group under Dale's guidance and facilitation. And that surprised me. That was not what I was expecting to value the most. But this connection with these lovely other people on a similar path with similar interests. Very touching and fantastic. And we will continue to be in touch. My name is Laura Conklin, and I am a 4. Personally, self-discovery is one of my key values. Self-discovery, self-expression, contribution to the world. To me, that is my path, and I know that this work is going to help hugely with those goals. And one of the things I love about the Enneagram, and having studied it now in a group, is recognizing how important it can be to helping us understand each other, not just ourselves, but occupy the perspective of someone who may have a very different lens through which they're seeing the world.
My name is Deb Lyman, and I use the Enneagram in many domains in my life. I use it primarily in my clinical practice, working with clients, and it's especially useful with couples. I use it just in understanding my friends and family members, so it really is useful across all parts of my life.
I think the knowledge that one gains at StudioE transfers from both within professional life and family life, friend life. I think the big question we all have to have for each other is, as individuals, can we accept the individuality of another person? I was motivated to do StudioE because I am engaged in co-housing for older adults. I was looking for something that would give maybe a community of people an understanding of who they're living with, but also how to consider asking each other greater questions and holding the space for really a diversity of ideas and thoughts.